are continuing our virtual wrap party with our good friends. Welcome back to the show, Bash World and King Jordan. How are you guys feeling today? Bash, you start first.
I'm doing great, wonderful. I'm happy to be here. You know, y'all my family, so whenever I get a chance to be on 2K TV, I'm ready to rock and roll.
And I'm excited to be here too as well. It's always a great celebration to be here on 2K TV.
At this late stage of the season, how hard is it, Greg, for teams not to look ahead to the playoffs and the postseason at this point?
Kevin, just about impossible. I mean, if you're already in position, the trap you can't fall into is easing up down the stretch and backpedaling into the postseason.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Ferguson out there with Clark. Then it's Rob Williams. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Marion in at the small forward. Here's Clark. He takes it in. And it's Clark with the finish.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Thompson finds Patterson. Now Richmond pushing it up. Ahead, here's Ferguson, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Capitalizing on the error, grinding out points. You gotta love it.
That's why you can't afford to just turn it over to him, because he's going to do stuff like that to make you pay just right down the throat.
Here is Richmond following the bucket by the Pistons. Patterson passes to Richmond. Shot clock at 6. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Well, you never want to concede a game before you play it. That said, though, they were just overmatched.
Tough thing about that one is they also were playing a poor opponent, so no fire in that game, and that sticks with you a little bit.
Get loud. It's your 407 dance speed.
We play just over a minute here in the first. Thompson misses. Here's Ferguson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Clark against Sabonis. Here's Siakam. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
Rise and fires. This is Siakam's attitude off the catch. And with these results, you understand why. And you watch the way that Siakam plays. It can get you in the open court or in half-court sets. Great forward who gives you a little bit of everything.
Thompson for the triple. Sabonis. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Sabonis fights through, around, gets the N1 opportunity. It was not as easy as it looked.
The Magic shooting their first free throw.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
Dylan Brooks. He's checked in for Detroit. And for Siakam, Greg, he almost epitomizes the modern forward.
And that's not to say he's the best forward, but he displays all the skills you now expect from that position. Solid player who any team would love to have.
Now here's Brooks. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Detroit needs to get off a shot. And it's Williams with the jam.
What I really love about this kid, you know, Williams is that he's physical, he's explosive, and yes, he plays above the rim. He just brings that nastiness to the game.
Here is Richmond. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. The Pistons have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Brooks. Here's Marion, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Clark against Thompson. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Now here's Richmond. T right on him. On the wing, Thompson. The Magic again can't hit. Pistons leading by 7. To the middle. Here's Clark. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Clark's got his second basket.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Richmond outside. To the right side. Here's Sabonis. That shot missing. Now the Pistons take it the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, it was probably a good feeling in that last game that the mid-range worked, the long-range worked, the inside game worked. But the best feeling was the crowd leaving that building not in a good mood.
Here's Patterson after the made shot from Clark. Inside, out to Thompson. They could use a bucket. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Brooks finds Clark. To the inside, Sabonis with the steal. Richmond outside. Passes it to Patterson. Now, here's Banchero. Guarded by Marion. 6 to shoot. Pass to Richmond. Another miss by Orlando.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Pistons.
It's just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
They've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break, that'll add to your total in a hurry.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Gooden's checked in, and Davion Mitchell subbed in for Ferguson. And that one falls for Brooks.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Ivy's checked in for the Pistons. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first. Okogie, the pass to Patterson. And here comes Detroit again with the fast break. And slam dunk by Ivy.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
And so here's Orlando. After the basket by Detroit, and it's Buckets with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Okogie. Shot clock at 5.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
To the paint, Mitchell. And the shot goes in.
Davion Mitchell.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We come back right after this.
Here they come, Magic fans.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And Stephen Clark, Pistons pretty much in control here.
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable. It's a crippling defense.
Carter out there with ball. And it's Okogie in at the small forward position. That's the group start the second quarter for the Magic. Rick, do you think shooting has improved over the years, or are there just more good shooters on the floor?
Well, Kevin, if you had a bubble, I'd be bursting it right now because if you look back over the last 10 years, maybe go 20 years, shooting has not changed. Percentages have not changed, both from two-point land, three-point land, free throw line. It's not that there are more good shooters in the league. There's just more surprises as to who it is you see taking the shots.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Buckets in that last game against Orlando was tremendous. He ended up with 62 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
Now, here's Banchero, who's coming off a 13-point game against Detroit.
Yeah, but there's always this point you got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
There's Siakam. Clark finds Siakam over Thompson. And Siakam with the basket on the assist by Clark. Clark's got his 8th assist in the game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Thompson against Clark. Out left to the wing. Here's Sabonis. The Magic again can't hit.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Here's Clark, and he converts the layup. Clark's got 4 points in the quarter.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
Yeah, and even up big, still playing the right way, keeping that aggressive nature and attacking the rim.
Now here is Carter, and no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Brooks outside. Back to Clark. The pass to Ferguson from past the arc, and he's good on the 3-ball. Ferguson's got 7.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Magic have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. Richmond outside. Pass to Carter. Thompson outside. Just 5 on the clock. Puts it up from 12. Ferguson with the rebound.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Clark. Williams, he's checked in for Detroit. Edmund Sumner comes in for Clark.
Edmund Sumner.
And so it's Detroit, sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right after this.